Roger Stone here with an urgent warning. While we celebrate Trump's historic win, inflation continues to drain your IRA and 401k. And China is now targeting your money with a kill shot on the U.S. dollar. That's why thousands of Americans are shielding their savings with gold and contacting the experts at Colonial Metals Group. Gold has protected American wealth through every financial war. For a free 2024 gold guide that explains everything, go to freegoldguide.com/stone or call 800-747-6589. So go to freegoldguide.com/stone or call 800-747-6589. That's 800-747-6589 for a free 2024 gold guide to learn how you can protect your life's work, and if you qualify for a free home safe and up to $7,500 in free silver right now. That's freegoldguide.com/stone.
A common sense recap of the day's biggest stories. It's John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby. Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
And joining us now, you guys, we have Staten Island Borough President Vito Fossella joining us. Let's go from the air to the streets. Vito, bad news. It looks like congestion pricing is moving forward.
Well, good evening and Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to all. It's going forward. I mean, we've sued in federal court, and there are other cases. In Jersey has a pretty big case, Rockland County as well. And we were not that surprised that the injunction was denied, but what we're waiting to hear is the case on the merits. It's bad policy. It's bad for New York City, we believe. It's especially bad for Staten Island, for more air pollution, more traffic, and we pay a third toll. And sooner or later, we're going to get the final result. But as long as we can potentially delay it until after President Trump is sworn in, there's a good chance that we can kill it at that point. So that's what we're hoping for. And, just listening to your previous guest, the common denominator in all of this is a lack of common sense. We're told the border is fine, and we see the results of that. We're told when you look up in the sky, we don't see drones. Just to mind your own business. We're told that congestion pricing is good for New York City. So the common denominator is basically they're misleading us on everything. So it's our obligation and our job to fight back.
So what can President Trump do? I know that you're hoping he can step on. I feel like a lot of people are. I think many New Yorkers and folks from other states too are hoping he can step in. What do you think he can do, and how quick could he act?
Well, I think at a minimum, what we said is that they perform something called an environmental assessment, which is a low-hanging bar. And we thought that an environmental impact statement, which is more comprehensive, should be in order. I think this was baked, the city, the state, primarily the state and the federal government. I think this was all baked in to get it done before the election, before a new president. And what we want to do is have President Trump take a fresh look at it, assuming he gets to that point, and have his agencies at the EPA and others to take a look and say, wait a minute, folks, time out. I think you analyzed this the wrong way. I think it's bad policy, and we won't approve it. So ultimately, the federal government has to approve it. And if they look at it again and deny it, then it could be dead.
Vito, this is Rudy.
Hey, Rudy.
I know Randy Mastro was representing one of the clients over in Jersey, I think the governor. And there was nothing in the ULURP or the environmental impact study that we could hang our hats on?
Oh, I think so. We try to team up with Randy, and he's one of the best attorneys around, as you know, Rudy. And the Jersey arguments are slightly different than ours. They have unique environmental issues. They have unique traffic implication issues. Staten Island, the thing we've been hanging our hat on is the MTA was required to do a study of the impact of 6 toxin pollutants. And in each of those cases, those will increase on Staten Island with the congestion pricing. So we have been saying since day one that the government, MTA, state, they're intentionally harming people by implementing congestion pricing, and that's just one of our arguments. We have other Commerce Clause arguments and right to travel and so-called NEPA arguments. So we're both coming on them almost from the same angle, but they're slightly different arguments.
Yeah, it's amazing, Rudy. I mean, I'm just sitting here as we're worried about the economy. and everything else that they're still going forward with this. It still just seems so inconceivable. You look, I mean, there's so many issues with the crime. We were talking yesterday. It's like, go crack down on the fare beaters. Crack down on those people. Where's the effort on that?
Yeah, there's almost $1 billion in loss just on fear.
Could you imagine? Yeah, could you imagine if you're running a business and at the end of the day you say I've lost $750 million because people just walk in and out, which is the fare evasion that's taking place on a daily basis. And you go back to the people who actually pay and say, we need another $1 billion from you. This is the logic that's sort of warped and really misleading, as I said at the opening comments. They're just misleading us. And that $9 toll or whatever it's going to be, if it's implemented, will become $20, become $30, and It will hurt New York City residents.
How much was the Verrazano Bridge when you started?
It was 50 cents round
How
trip.
much is it now?
Now you need a second mortgage to drive over.
Or you prefer to swim.
And that's what they do once it happens. And you know what? I mentioned earlier that you had Jack Ciattarelli, who we hope is the next governor of New Jersey, saying that if this goes through, they're going to put another toll for New York residents who go to Jersey. So for the people of Staten Island, think about it. Could be 4 tolls. You get hammered every which way because they do these cash cows with these bridges, and congestion pricing will be just that, a cash cow. And mark my words, if it ever happens, in 5 to 10 years, that billion grows to $2 billion without blinking an eye.
Yeah, and they still haven't cracked down on fare beaters.
No, right.
I mean, it's the obvious solution right now. I mean, it is really disgraceful. You're a good citizen, you pay, but the other ones going off scot-free. Crazy times. Vito Fossella, please keep us posted. And I'm so glad you're talking to President Trump because he loves New York. So I'm sure if he can step in, he's going to do whatever he can.
And Merry Christmas. And you got a grandchild to take care of now.
Actually, we just had a little Riley Parker a few minutes ago. She's doing great, and thank you for bringing that up.
Congratulations.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, how big is Riley? How big is Riley?
Riley is about 21 and a half inches.
And how?
A little about 7 pounds, and she was born a week ago Friday, and it's the best present we could have. So
yes, the best Christmas present.
Oh, beautiful. We love you, Vito. Congrats.
Eden Memorial Chapels understands Jewish funerals can take many forms. Some are Orthodox, while others are more conservative or of a Reformed nature. There's no one better. With services close to all New York and New Jersey cemeteries, Eden Memorial Chapels offer fair and balanced pricing and can provide easy transfer of you and your loved ones to Israel. While you're grieving, they're here to take care of all the details so that you deal with less bureaucracy and have more peace of mind. Go to EdenMemorial.com. That's EdenMemorial.com.